What's up, guys? It's time we finally get back to a proper install on the FRS. I've been wanting to change the sound for a while, do a little bit of exhaust work, and I've had this sitting around waiting for a good time. Weather's finally cooperating. It was, when I picked this up, it was like 115 out, so you can only imagine what it was like in the garage. But I'm so excited to put this on. I picked up a JDL Overpipe Frontpipe combo that we're going to be putting on the FRS today. So let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. All right. So I'm sorry if a car goes by or something. I figured I'd leave the garage door open because it's beautiful outside and the light's better. First thing I'm going to do is remove the skid plate on the bottom. It's a bunch of 12mm bolts and those stupid plastic clips. So you just take out all these and remove these clips. There's a bunch of them, so I'm not gonna show it all on video. But when I'm done with that, I'm gonna get back. So we hit an issue. I thought this was gonna be a kind of quick job, but let me show you this. This is why quick jobs turn into 2-day-long projects. So, you see that right there? You can probably tell that's not supposed to be like that. It's a good thing I'm doing the exhaust right now because the drive shaft carrier bearing, the support for it, this bolt is completely missing. And this one is hanging on by a thread. This one over here. But, of course, it's Sunday. Toyota Parts Department isn't open today. So yeah, that should be up there. It's just resting on the exhaust right now. Okay, so now I'm going to disconnect the front pipe from the mid pipe on mine. I believe these bolts came with the FT Speed mid pipe, but I will update it to what the factory is also to let you guys know. Okay, update. So, of course, Toyota Parts Department, it's Sunday, and Toyota Parts Department's not open today. So that carrier bolt's gonna have to wait a little bit. But I tightened the other one up, so it's not so it's not sitting on the exhaust anymore. And got a little bit further, do yourself a favor, take off the skid plate. This just goes right on, not that one, this front one, but this one. It's held in by a bunch of 10mm bolts, like all around it. Here, they look like this. Alright. So, the rest of the bolts came out pretty easy for the exhaust. I'm going to show you what I did real quick, and then we're going to take out the front pipe. Try to. Okay, I know it's dark. I'm not in a nice garage. I'm at home, like probably most of you are. So, right here, you're going to take out this bolt hanging in the bracket. It's a 14mm. It's only on one side. It's got a nut that's welded on right there. And we'll be able to move that. There's two up here. These are 12s, I believe. Just undo them. Don't take them out of the way so it can still hang. And then up at the overpipe, a little bit of WD-40. Those, I'll let that sit. There's two 14 mils, and those came out fairly easy actually. Now I just pull it off the studs, and there it is. There she goes. Alright, so it's a few days later. I had to order that bolt for the center bearing on the drive shaft. So that's all in, that's all sorted out. I've been playing around with getting this overpipe out, and I tried doing the method where you don't have to jack up the engine. Took out the heat shield. I'll show you. Literally just took it out. So here's the overpipe. Took off all the bolts for the heat shield. All the bolts for the heat shield. I mean, just taking off the heat shield was a pain. One of the bolts stripped out because they're all rusted. It's an exhaust, of course. You can see I noticed I shaved here too, trimmed up. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to do the jacking up the engine part, but I don't know. It's kind of scary. I've never done that, but it's the way to go. And I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's really simple. It's gonna save you a ton of time. Okay. So let's see if we can get it. I can show you. We need a light. Okay. It's on jack stands. And let's see if I can show you. Right. Where is it? Right here. There's this big opening. And there's going to be a 14 millimeter nut on a bolt. Undo that nut. I had to undo it completely. And then right now I have my jack. I was able to get under it, and it's under the oil pan right now. That seems to be where everybody's jacking it up at. So that seems to work out. That literally took me like maybe 10 minutes to do. So I highly recommend going that way instead of before you take out the heat shield. One thing I ran into, some of the ones that recommended taking off the heat shield to get it out, what I noticed is that they have aftermarket headers, and I don't have aftermarket header yet. If you have that, some of those don't have studs on them, so you can pull it out through the front, like towards the front of the car. Mine with the OEM header has studs on it, so those are getting in the way. So just don't be a wuss, jack it up, and get it out of there. Now we're gonna put on the JDL. Alright, so it's the next day. The new JDL exhaust, the front pipe and overpipe combo is all in. It went in way easier than the old one went out, which is how it always goes. But I'm super impressed with the quality of this. The welds are amazing. It uses V-band clamps in the center, so it's super easy to get those connected. The only thing that I was a little concerned about is because the flanges are much bigger, and with the bigger flange on the aftermarket FT Speed catback, I couldn't fit the springs in with those spring compression clamps. So hopefully there's no cracking or anything, or because I was unable to find maybe an extended one, like an extended bolt. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. But maybe I can just get a longer bolt and that'll work. But it's morning. It's a little bit cooler. So let's get this down and let's do a cold start. Alright. Before we start up, I want to make sure I give you guys a look of what it looks like here. Right here is where the front pipe connects to the mid pipe, and these are the two bolts. Yeah, normally there's a spring clamp or spring bolts that go right here. Connects there with the hanger. Nice JDL logo, and then there it goes up to the mid pipe. You can see right there on the left is where the V-band clamp is. So I think that sounds pretty good. My next step is going to be to get a header, and I haven't decided about if it's going to be cat or catted. I already took out this cat, and the only other restriction would be the there is one resonator in the front pipe, and then a muffler. That's it. So, and then of course we're going to need a tune, or else all this is pretty much for nothing power-wise. I don't think we're really going to be making too much more power without a tune. I already have an open flash tablet. I thought about selling it and just going with EcuTech, but I haven't decided yet. And before I let you go, guys, I want to give a big shout out to Jesse and the guys at JDL. They create awesome products, and they're right here in Phoenix. So it was really awesome to be able to actually go down to the place where you're actually buying your aftermarket parts and be able to talk to the people that make them and be able to get insights on, what products to buy and what it's going to sound like. So I'm going to leave a link in the description if you guys want to check them out. But until the next one, guys, later. Oh yeah, I forgot to even plug my own shit. So, have you seen the front FRS turn signal fog light deletes? Fucking sweet. Come on, that looks so much better, right? So if you want to pick one of those up, go to phoenixspec.com. Later. Because I do what I do, go on and hate me, cause I got nothing to prove, go on and hate me, cause I got nothing to